Jana Gana Mana.
Jana Gana Mana is the national anthem of India. Written in highly Sanskritised Bengali, it is the first of 5 stanzas of a Brahmo hymn composed and scored by Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore. It was first sung in Calcutta Session of the Indian National Congress on December 27, 1911. Jana Gana Mana was officially adopted by the Constituent Assembly as the Indian national anthem on January 24, 1950. December 27, 2011 marked the completion of 100 years of Jana Gana Mana since it was sung for the first time. The original poem written by Rabindranath Tagore was translated into Hindi-Urdu by Abid Ali. The original Hindi version of the song Jana Gana Mana, translated by Ali and based on the poem by Tagore, was a little different. It was Sub Suk Chain Ki Baka Bas, Parat Bagh Hai Jaga. An earlier poem by Tagore, Amar Sonar Bangla, was later selected as the national anthem of Bangladesh. A formal rendition of the national anthem takes 52 seconds. A shortened version consisting of the first and last lines, and taking about 20 seconds to play, is also staged occasionally. Tagore wrote down the English translation of the song and along with Margaret Cousins, an expert in European music and wife of Irish poet James Cousins, set down the notation at Madanapal in Andhra Pradesh, which is followed only when the song is sung in the original slow rendition style of singing. However, when the national anthem version of the song is sung, it is often performed in the orchestral choral adaptation made by the English composer Herbert Murrell at the behest of Nehru.
Lyrics.
The text, though Bengali, is highly Sanskritised, written in a literary register called Sarju Bhasa. The song has been written almost entirely using nouns that also can function as verbs. Most of the nouns of the song are in use in all major languages in India. Therefore, the original song is quite clearly understandable, and in fact, remains almost unchanged in several widely different Indian languages. Also as quasi-Sanskrit text, it is acceptable in many modern Indic languages, but the pronunciation varies considerably across India. This is primarily because most Indic languages are abugiddas in that certain unmarked consonants are assumed to have an inherent vowel, but conventions for this differ among the languages of India. The transcription below reflects the Bengali pronunciation, in both the Bengali script and romanization. The following are officially recognized versions of the national anthem by the Indian government, in some of the officially recognized languages.
English translation.
The following translation, edited in 1950 to replace Sindh with Sindhu as Sindh after partition was allocated to Pakistan, attributed to Tagore, is provided by the Government of India's national portal.
Musical composition and English translation.
Rabindranath Tagore translated Jana Gana Mana from Bengali to English and also set it to music in Madanapal, a town located in the Chittor district of Andhra Pradesh state, India. Though the Bengali song had been written in 1911, it was largely unknown except to the readers of the Brahmo Samaj journal, Tattvaboddha Prakasika, of which Tagore was the editor. During 1919, Tagore accepted an invitation from friend and controversial Irish poet James H. Cousins to spend a few days at the Besaint Theosophical College situated at Madanapal, of which Cousins was the principal. On the evening of February 28, 1919, he joined a gathering of students and upon Cousins' request, sang the Jana Gana Mana in Bengali. The college authorities, greatly impressed by the lofty ideals of the song and the praise to God, selected it as their prayer song. In the days that followed, enchanted by dreamy hills of Madanapal, Tagore wrote down the English translation of the song and along with Cousins' wife, Margaret, an expert in Western music, set down the notation which is followed till this day. The song was carried beyond the borders of India by the college students and became the morning song of India and subsequently the national anthem. Today, in the library of Besaint Theosophical College in Madanapal, the framed original English translation of Jana Gana Mana, titled as the Morning Song of India in Tagore's handwriting, is displayed.
Code of conduct.
The national anthem of India is played or sung on various occasions. Instructions have been issued from time to time about the correct versions of the anthem, the occasions on which these are to be played or sung, and about the need for paying respect to the anthem by observance of proper decorum on such occasions. The substance of these instructions has been embodied in the information sheet issued by the Government of India for general information and guidance.
Milestones.
2013, the greatest number of people to sing the same national or regional anthem at the same time is 121,653, and was achieved by Sahara India Pariwar, in Lucknow, India, on May 6, 2013. Sahara India Pariwar is deemed to be the second largest employer in India with over 1,100,000 employees. All the participants were dressed in company uniform and came from within a 400 km radius of the venue. The number was verified by professional audit firms with 2 Guinness World Records adjudicators present. Over 2.5 lakh people sang the national anthem together in the capital city of Bangladesh, Dhaka, on the Independence Day, March 26, 2014, in a bid to set a new world record. This record was previously held by Sahara India Pariwar, where 121,653 people sang the Indian national anthem together in Lucknow.
Controversy. History.
Controversy shadowed Jana Gana Mana from the day of its first rendition in 1911 at the Congress Session in Calcutta. King George V was scheduled to arrive in the city on December 30, and a section of the Anglo-Indian English press in Calcutta thought, and duly reported, that Tagore's anthem was a homage to the emperor. The poet claims in a letter written in 1939, "I should only insult myself if I cared to answer those who consider me capable of such unbounded stupidity." In another letter to Pulin Bihari Sen, Tagore later wrote, "A certain high official in His Majesty's service, who was also my friend, had requested that I write a song of felicitation towards the emperor. The request simply amazed me. It caused a great stir in my heart. In response to that great mental turmoil, I pronounced the victory in Jana Gana Mana of the Bhagavad ed. God of Destiny, of India, who has from age after age held steadfast the reins of India's chariot through rise and fall, through the straight path and the curved. That Lord of Destiny, that reader of the collective mind of India, that perennial guide, could never be George V, George VI, or any other George." Even my official friend understood this about the song. After all, even if his admiration for the crown was excessive, he was not lacking in simple common sense. In Kerala, students belonging to the Jehovah's Witnesses religious denomination were expelled by school authorities for their refusal to sing the national anthem on religious grounds, although they stood up respectfully when the anthem was sung. The Kerala High Court concluded that there was nothing in it which could offend anyone's religious susceptibilities, and upheld their expulsion. The Supreme Court reversed the High Court and ruled that the High Court had misdirected itself because the question is not whether a particular religious belief or practice appeals to our reason or sentiment, but whether the belief is genuinely and conscientiously held as part of the profession or practice of a religion. Our personal views and reactions are irrelevant. The Supreme Court affirmed the principle that it is not for a secular judge to sit in judgment on the correctness of a religious belief. Supreme Court observed in its ruling,